So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you the format which the Bureau of Immigration is using to inspect and assess international bound tourists. So dito po lang magkaka-idea ka na kung ano ang mga hanapin sa iyo ng immigration officers. Guys, reminder lang, the reason why I'm doing this is for you to be informed with regard to the requirements of the Philippine Bureau of Immigration. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, same memorandum pa rin ang gagamitin kong reference. Ang i-discuss ko lang muna ngayon ay para sa mga tourist travelers. Yung sa OFW and immigrant or permanent resident visa ay sa ibang content na lang. This is from the Department of Justice, Memorandum Circular Number 036, issued on June 15, 2015. Okay, ang subject nitong memorandum na to ay Interagency Council Against Trafficking or IACAT, Revised Guidelines on Departure Formalities for International Bound Passengers. Pursuant to the provisions of Republic Act No. 9208 Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2003, as amended by Republic Act 10364 Expanded Anti-Trafficking in Person Act of 2012 and its implementing rules and regulation. Okay, punta tayo dito sa Section 1 for tourist passengers. A passenger intending to travel abroad as tourist or with temporary visitors visa shall undergo una, yung primary inspection. Okay, after natin mag-check-in ng baggage natin at makuha natin yung boarding pass, yung unang immigration officers na madadat na natin, sila yung primary inspection. The following documents are required to be presented before the immigration officer. Okay, yung una is yung valid passport, at least 6 months valid yan ha. Yung letter B, visa whenever applicable or required. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng country is nagre-require ng visa. So yung last is yung round trip or return ticket. So punta tayo dito sa 1.2, a passenger identified by the immigration officer to have doubtful purpose of travel, fraudulent, falsified or tampered travel documents, or identified as a potential trafficked person shall not be cleared for departure or recommended for deferred departure and turned over to the Travel Control and Enforcement Unit or TCEU for secondary inspection. So ibig sabihin, mapupunta ka na agad sa secondary inspection kapag nag-declare ka ng mga doubtful statements na sa tingin ng immigration officer parang nagsisinungaling ka, something like that. And then, nun nga nakita ka nila as a potential trafficked person. Nag-release nga sila ng tawag dito, press release. Ang sinabi nila is there's no such thing as offloading. Ang term kasi nila sa offloading is deferred departure. Okay, so basahin natin tong secondary inspection. So sa 2.1, when deemed necessary, the passenger shall be referred to the TCEU for secondary inspection, taking into consideration the totality of circumstances such as but not limited to. So yung number 1, i-check sa iyo is yung age mo. Yan yung mga itatanong ha. Letter B, yung educational attainment mo. So, letter C, yung financial capability to travel in accordance with purpose of travel as declared by the passenger. So, sa opinion ko lang ha, dapat kasi magmamatch yung finances mo dito sa pupuntahan mong country. If mataas yung cost of living doon sa country na pupuntahan mo, mahal yung gagastusin mo para doon sa tour mo, dapat magmamatch din yan doon sa savings mo. Okay, hindi ko na maisa-isa, pero guys, panoorin nyo yung mga nakasama ko sa content. So, doon, malalaman nyo kung paano nagtanong yung immigration officer about dun sa finances nila. So, letter D, yung travel history, first time mo ba? Kunyari, magtutour ka dun sa country na pupuntahan mo ulit, pero nakita nila na nag-work ka dun. So, yun, depende kasi sa IO kung paano sila mag-assess. Tapos, yung country of destination. So, normally, meron kasi silang list dito na itong country na to is, kunyari, maraming hindi bumabalik na mga nagtutourist. Tapos itong country na to is maraming human trafficking. So may note din dito, if the passenger is traveling through a sponsor, the following additional documents shall be required. So yung number 1 saka number 2, same lang to. Ito lang din yung affidavit of support and undertaking or guarantee. Basahin nyo na lang, andyan yung requirements. So, punta na tayo dun sa number 3. In cases of a local sponsor traveling with the passenger, a duly notarized affidavit of support and undertaking which shall contain the following. So, ang na-experience ko dito sa na-interview ko is pinapirma sila ng immigration officer mismo during interrogation ng AOS or ASG. Tapos, nakita ko din sa ibang vlogs na ganun nga, pagkasabay nila yung sponsor nila, pinapapirma na lang ng AOS on the spot. Okay, ililink ko na lang din dito yung video na nakasama ko sa content, si Donna. Watch nyo yung journey niya kasi nung first attempt niya is na-offload siya na hindi niya kasama yung sponsor niya. Tapos nung second time na tinry niya is kasama na niya yung sponsor niya. Yun nga, dun pinapirma yung sponsor niya ng ASG. Okay, sa 2.2, a passenger shall be automatically referred for secondary inspection whenever it is shown that the passenger. Okay, so ibig sabihin nitong 2.2, automatic kang masa-second inspection or masa-second IO kapag na nakita sa ito ng immigration officer. Letter A, has no financial capability to travel and is escorted accompanied by a foreign national who is not a relative by consanguinity or affinity. Okay, letter B, is a minor traveling alone or accompanied by either parent or legal guardian without the required travel clearance from the Department of Social Welfare and Development, DSWD. So ito, normally sinasabi ko rin to sa ibang mga nagtatanong, sa mga guardian nila na may dalang minor, kailangan nyo ng travel clearance talaga from DSWD kasi automatic kanyan sa second IO. So letter C is the spouse of a foreign national intending to depart for the first time to join the foreign spouse or a partner a partner of a foreign national intending to depart to meet or marry her fiancé without the Commission on Filipinos Overseas Guidance and Counseling Certificate. So ito guys, kapag imi-meet nyo yung foreign partner nyo or yung sa husband, kailangan nyo talaga ng CFO. Okay, letter D is traveling to countries with existing deployment bans, alert level 3 and 4, and traveling advisories, and is in the possession of visas to said countries, and or had previously stayed abroad for more than 6 months as a tourist and or temporary visitor, and is intending to depart for the second and or subsequent time. So, ibig sabihin nito, pag nakita nila na may record ka na pumunta ng abroad tapos nag-overstay ka for 6 months, matik yan, mapupunta ka na sa second IO. So number 3, clarificatory questions may be propounded by the IO in relation to the purpose of travel and travel documents presented. Okay, so sa number 4, a passenger whose department is deferred during the primary inspection or turned over to the TCEU for secondary inspection shall be required to fill up the border control questionnaire. Okay, the primary IO shall indicate his and or her initial assessment in the BCQ that travel documents of the passenger shall be examined and an interview shall be conducted to determine facts and circumstances surrounding the passenger's travel. Okay, so number 5, the passenger allowed by the primary IO may be still subjected to secondary inspection as may be necessary. So sa number 6, As much as practicable, secondary inspection shall not exceed 10 minutes unless extraordinary circumstances require a longer period of inspection. Number 7, a passenger found to be misrepresenting the purpose of his and or her travel as a tourist shall not be cleared for departure. Okay, so number 8, if a human trafficking incident has been initially determined, the IO shall not clear the passenger for departure and shall execute an affidavit of deferred departure. The passenger whose departure is deferred and all his pertinent documents, including the passport, shall be turned over to the IACAT Task Force for investigation and case build up. So number 9, in the event that the IACAT Task Force receives information that a departing passenger is a potential trafficked person, the task force shall coordinate with the TCEU for interception and further assessment. So guys, sana marami kayong natutunan dito sa content na to. So yun, gawin nyo lang siyang guide. Thank you.